Stand by all units. Suspects are in the West Annex now. They're cherry-picking. Must have a shopping list.
Isn't it time you arrested them?
There are swords and daggers in the display, Gov.
The Maharaja's throne.
They must have a vehicle nearby.
Hang on, Paul, just pull in over here.
Why?
I think I saw some lights.
Blue and white flashing ones in the shape of a saucer, were they?
Yeah. No, they were red, actually. I think they're brake lights.
Right.
Looks like the foreman's forgotten something. What's he up to? What is he doing?
There's a transit van backing up towards the house. Driver is IC4 male, mid-40s, clean-shaven. Looks like he's heading for the windows of the exhibition room.
So they can load the chair. That's when the Empire strikes back.
Gov, the van's taken off. The driver's been spooked.
All units, go, go! What the hell are you doing here?
What are you doing here?
Will you shut up? Do you realise you've just ruined my oboe?
What oboe? Nobody said anything in parade.
Sorry, Gov, we've got the other two outside, but we lost the driver.
Enough! Right, let's start again, shall we? Yes, I understand all of that, but I want your name.
Shaun. It was like this when they searched him. I don't think they speak any English.
I better call the language line.
Bob, they're playing for time.
Yes, but they're not giving me any indication that they understand what I'm talking about.
I need to interview them now.
Yes, but the Pace Codes of Practice says otherwise. Keep them separated, will you? So the language line can interview them individually.
You're just trying this on, aren't you? You're going to regret trying to wind me up.
Now what's happening?
I never touched him.
Are you all right?
Do you reckon he's faking it, Shaun?
Better get the FME.
Hang on, Bob, this might be kosher. I think he might have swallowed some gemstones back at the museum.
I better get an ambulance as well, then.
Colonial antiquities. Word gets around fast.
Well, you're bound to cause a few squawks when you go ruffling feathers, Frank. Andrew Monroe wasn't too pleased about two of his PCs being assaulted first thing this morning. Bad for morale.
That was not my fault. They came barging in on me. If it hadn't been for them, I'd have got the whole lot.
Well, they'd have stayed away if you'd have told them you had an oboe on our patch.
It was not a deliberate snub.
Well, that's even worse. Crime Oku simply couldn't be bothered to tell Sunhill.
Not what I meant.
Well, that's what it'll sound like when Uniform asks me why they weren't warned about an operation. How long the Arts and Antiques Squad handling this?
I needed help with the sheer volume of antiques being stolen. There's been this organised firm working its way across London and the South East in the last 6 months. Seems they fancy exactly the kind of gear that Canley Park House has just put on show.
Yeah, well, these suspects you picked up might turn out to be local chances.
What do you mean?
Harry Knowles, 78, widower, just released from Canley General. 7 stitches in his head and a broken arm. It's an aggravated burglary early this morning. He disturbed 3 masked intruders. They were trying to nick his Imperial Medal collection, but he reckons they were talking in Hindi.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean it's the same mob.
Well, I don't know that till they've been questioned, do I?
A joint inquiry? This is Crime Oku's arrest, Jack.
Well, I thought you might like a chance to show Sunhill your team spirit, Frank.
Remember me? DCI Burnside. I saw you this morning, reading display notices at Canley Park House. And the way you sneaked into the building, bypassing electrics and alarms. I think you're a man of some learning. Not that it did you much good this morning. Your getaway driver was the only one who lived up to his name.
It doesn't quite seem fair somehow, does it? I mean, you sods, you take all the risks, you pay the price, and the boss drives off in the van, scot-free.
I also saw what you nicked when your mates weren't looking. If it hadn't been for me, you'd probably still be rolling about on the floor at the station. Now, I can help you again if you cooperate. Give me the name of the driver and where I can find him. The doctors say your belly's going to hurt for a while. Swelling. Possibility of ulcers. The pain is something chronic, I can tell you. And yours will be even worse if they've missed one of those stones and it's worked its way down into your gut. Internal bleeding, infection. They may have to do more tests, even an operation. But if you're an illegal immigrant who refuses to cooperate with the police after being caught committing a crime, what kind of treatment do you think you're gonna get?
Malik, Laundry Lane.
Mr. Leggett in a hurry, Gov. Just cans of food and use phone cards.
Flophouse. Malik must have had them packed in here like sardines. Unbelievable. Whenever you want an old bill, there's never one there, and when you don't want one, they're banging the front door down.
This is Amerton Atoll Roy. They've got fingers in a lot of tills. King Cobra Property Limited, travel. They've even got a nursing home.
So?
They're all fronts. The Roys make the real money out of counterfeit goods, insurance scams, tax fiddles, and the people trade.
What, trafficking illegal immigrants?
Yeah. I got a tip-off that Laundry Lane was being used as a safe house.
And what's the profile like for robbery?
Well, they haven't got one. They wouldn't want the attention.
So you reckon they're getting over their shyness with stolen antiques?
Yeah, it would make sense. It's not like knocking off banks or building societies. They'd figure it was low-key crime.
If these boys are public enemy, why aren't they flagged?
Because they're slippery. They always operate in their own community. So nobody ever talks.
Untouchables?
Not anymore. Not the Roys. I've got a snout.
So what's this about the Roys? What snout?
Gov, I was just saying we could really do with informants to find out if the Roys are involved in any of this burglary business.
You're not still sniffing around them, are you, John? I thought you'd learnt your lesson there.
Yeah, well, there's a possibility that there's a connection between the brothers and a house that my suspects have been kipping in. Looks like you were right, Jack. Crime Occu and Sunhill CID should work together on this one.
So where'd you get the address from? I thought the prisoners were too scared to talk in interview.
The third man can't.
You didn't question him in hospital, did you?
No. I just went to check on his condition.
So how come he came up trumps and the other two didn't?
Gratitude. He'd be dead if I hadn't called that ambulance.
Can I have a word, John?
Good.
I've just had Harry Knowles' daughter on the line. She reckons he's up for a visit, so maybe you could get some more details about that assault.
Yes, Gov.
Look, I don't want you to be too impressed with DCI Burnside's rank. We're working hand in glove. That's fine, but just make sure that we're the hand.
Yes, Gov.
Don't get too chummy with him. I don't want you being sidetracked onto some crime occu agenda.
No problem.
I mean it, John. If you let Burnside lead you by the nose, he'll take you down the sewers.
Not sure about this recce, Gov. Meadows wanted us to speak to Harry Knowles first.
We will do, as soon as we've had a powwow with your Indians. Anyway, give the old man more time to collect his thoughts.
Bally? Sonny? You dad and your uncle, eh?
Yeah.
Sweet. Careful.
Sergeant Boulton, dead on time. Excuse the chaos. My daughter is getting married tomorrow. So much to do.
DCI Burnside.
How can we help you?
Please, tea first. Bally. Please.
We'd like to ask you a few questions.
We're always happy to help the police.
Do you know a Kashif Khan?
Kashif? No, I don't think so.
What about Malik? Does that ring any bells for you?
We might have a tenant of that name, yes.
What's this concerning?
King Cobra Property Limited owns number 9 Laundry Lane. We've reason to believe that illegal immigrants have been staying.
You mean to say he's been harboring these people in our building?
Oh, and you didn't know anything about it?
Not at all.
We can't account day to day for whom he brings in to sleep in the house.
If you're renting out the property, you must have leasing documents.
Yes, we've got them somewhere in the office. I might be able to dig them out for you.
Could you tell us where we could dig out Malik?
Oh, if he's not in the house, we have no idea.
If he's run away, he owes us a lot of rent. If he's gone into hiding...
The men who were staying in your property were caught at a burglary this morning. Canley House. They were trying to steal Indian artifacts.
Oh, I see. Indian artifacts. First illegal immigrants, now you are calling us thieves.
Ahmed.
Tell me, Sergeant, why are you always after us? As he told you, Chief Inspector, how he accused my brother of kidnapping 2 Indian children a while ago and demanding a ransom for their release. But you were wrong. Totally wrong. The boy's father was guilty. And now here you are, doing the same mistake, bringing our family into shame.
Ahmed, don't upset yourself.
Anything ethnic and we are automatically to blame. Tell me, why can't white people be behind this crime? Weren't they the ones going around the world stealing these artifacts in the first place?
Bhaiya,
Bhaiya.
my brother has high blood pressure. Tomorrow's wedding is making him very, very nervous. I think you'd better leave now.
Well, at least they admitted to knowing Malik. Now that we know who's pulling the strings, I fancy having another go at Khan.
He isn't at the hospital yet, though, Gov.
You can buy him some grapes if you like.
Yeah, she turned up claiming to be Khan's solicitor. When I asked her to leave, she shouted something to him in India, and next minute I know he's insisting on making a statement. When I tried to remove her, he got agitated.
All right, Reg, we'll take over then.
DCI Burnside, DS Boulton. I'm Shilpa Azar, Community Law Centre. I'm here to represent Mr. Khan.
You know him personally?
No, but the centre keeps its ear to the ground for minority casework, refugees, asylum seekers. I'm surprised you didn't advise my client of his right to have a solicitor present when being questioned.
Mr. Khan hasn't been interviewed yet.
Really? Well, I've talked to him, and quite frankly, he's been rather foolish. I've persuaded him to cooperate fully. He's got a statement to make that should help speed up your inquiries.
It was my idea to steal the things from Candy Park House. I was desperate for money, so I got Pankaj and Maninder, the 2 other men you caught, to help me. We are all in this country illegally.
So you're the leader of the gang?
Yes, sir, I am to blame.
If you were the boss, how come you stuffed those gemstones into your mouth? You stealing from yourself?
My client's made a voluntary statement. The proper place for questions is in a taped interview back at the station.
The Roys are involved, Gov.
So are you, John. 2 involved. You were meant to be talking to Harry Knowles. Instead, you end up chasing the brothers again, despite the fact that Khan hasn't named them as accomplices.
So how come Khan suddenly put his hands up as being the mastermind of the robbery? I mean, if the Roys haven't put the frighteners on him, why's he changed his story all of a sudden?
So how's he changed his story, Frank? I mean, Khan wasn't interviewed before he made his confessional statement. Or did you ask him about more than just his state of health when you went to see him in the hospital for the first time? Give us a minute, will you? So what the hell's going on, John? DCI Burnside comes here looking for a stolen antiques ring, and you point a finger at the Roys.
It's more than a coincidence, Gov.
Well, why not? You've got the wrong end of the stick with these brothers before.
The Roys have been expanding their business interests.
Look, we're trying to carry out evidentiary investigations here, not personal vendettas. Now just stop trying to impress DCI Burnside and concentrate your energies on getting a result from Harry Knowles. Yeah.
The Roys have kicked sand in our face. Canley Park House has been turned over again, in broad daylight. So they were just part of the crowd, yeah?
Paid to get in like everybody else. About a dozen of them, mingling with the rest of the visitors.
Why aren't they trying to hide their faces?
I think masks might have been a bit of a giveaway, Sarge.
Maybe they thought we couldn't put names to them anyway.
5 of the robbers had baseball bats under their coats and the others used ammonia and CS spray. The whole raid took about 2 minutes. Then a van pulled up and they all piled in.
They nicked that Maharaja's throne Khan's crew were after this morning.
Pretty much snatched everything. It was all on loan.
I don't believe this. Who do the Roys think they're dealing with?
None of the raiders on the tape were Asian, Gov.
Oh, come off it, John. Twice in the same day? I mean, they might have sent the black and white minstrels in this time, but it's the same outfit.
They're going to deny it, and they'll probably play the race card if we confront them.
All right, so we'll let them think they got away with it. Maybe they'll chance their arm and go and take a peek at their spoils. Scott, yes, sir. Set up a surveillance on their house.
An obo's going to be difficult with people coming and going with the preparations for the wedding.
Well, with a bit of luck, the Roys will think the same thing. Only I've got a reception of my own for them.
Looks like you were right, Gov. The brothers are on the move. Just driving off in the Bentley with 3 other men.
Hired help?
Not really the removal van type, Gov. They're too well dressed. They could just be wedding guests.
All right, Scott, stick with them. Keep me posted.
So what did you get your medals for?
The medal belonged to Arthur Sherman. We served together in Burma. There he is, here. He died a month ago in a nursing home. He wanted his collection to raise funds for the association.
So they were valuable?
Well, to him, they were priceless.
No, I mean, what would they be worth on the open market, say, to a dealer or a collector?
We were captured in '44 and set to work on the railroads. The Japs took everything away: health, hope, dignity. Arthur was a broken man by the time it was all over. That's why the medals were important. Gave him back a sense of identity and history. Pieces of the empire that allowed him to pull himself back together again. All gone now, and it's my fault.
So you sure you can't tell us anything about the man who attacked you last night? I mean, what they looked like, what they were wearing, maybe something they said?
I don't really remember. I mean, it's all happened so fast.
Hello?
They're in a restaurant, Gov. About 6 or 7 of them. Hang on. I don't like the look of this.
What is it? Scott?
Sorry, Gov. I've been rumbled.
Scott's blown out. And even if Knowles was in a fit state to pick out faces on an ID parade, Khan and those other two would be too scared to take us to where the medals are. We'll have to come at them a different way. What about this informant of yours? Your snout, remember? The Roys?
Well, there's nothing definite on that one, Gov. Why don't we just see if we can crack Khan an interview?
All he'd do is repeat his hospital confession on tape. Nobody grasses the Roys, not if they got family back home to worry about. That's their MO, right?
Boulton. Right, Gov, I'll tell him. Mr. Meadows wants to see us.
Mr. Brownlow's had some local councillors complaining that you've been harassing the Roys. Apparently they can't even sit down for a meal in peace. So what's all this about CID chasing them around town?
They were under surveillance, Jack.
Yeah, but you've got no proof. Khan hasn't named the brothers. So now you're saying that instead of battening down the hatches after your first visit, the Roys are actually sticking their necks out for a second raid, using an armed gang? I mean, it's just not their style. You, of all people, should know that, John.
The Crays started off as a couple of white boys within their local community.
The reason the Roys are in the frame is because you can't seem to be bothered to look for evidence. Now have a look at that videotape, and then check with forensic. See if there's any fibre or prints that'll link Khan and the other prisoners with the Knowles burglary.
The boy's got the scent, Jack. You should let him run these slags to ground.
So what was the cost, then, of last night's oboe? And what have you got to show for it? 3 illegal immigrants, half the contents of Canley Park House nicked from under your nose. Area aren't going to be pleased. Did they know about the job? And was the hole even insured?
You're out of order.
No, not when it comes to one of my officers being pushed into helping get you a result. Any result. Simply to deflect fallout from a job that you've screwed up. You're a chancer, Frank. Maybe you're not cut out for crime occu after all.
I'm a thief taker. And a bloody good one. And John Bolton's not half bad either. And before you became team leader, you used to be a pretty decent governor.
Maybe it's some that Sunil CID and crime occu went their separate ways.
So much for your pep talk on mutual respect and cooperation. Look, Jack, we are on the same side. I don't want bad blood between us. We'll do things your way, all right?
Yeah, well, all right. Thanks for trying. OK, bye. That was SO13, Gov. They've not been able to identify any of the raiders off the tape.
What'd you expect? We've got nothing, John. Except maybe that informant of yours.
Gov?
That snout you've been saving for a rainy day? Time you put your money where your mouth is. You keep complaining you never had enough resources to run the Roys down. I've got 300 men at my disposal in crime occu. We'll back you up, even if no one else will. The Roys are taking liberties, John. You gonna let them slip past you again?
Jayesh, take a seat. So, passed any more A-levels lately?
Yeah.
No wonder you didn't want to meet in a pub. This is your snout?
He lives in the same house as the Roys, don't he, Jayesh? What's happened to your face?
Bally and Sonny have been dancing, drinking.
That's gratitude for you, isn't it, eh? You pass their A-levels for them and then they slap you around. Well, you listen, Jayesh, you've got a chance to get your own back now. Because we're going after the Roys.
So the Home Office has agreed now? They're going to let me stay?
I think you and I need to have a little talk.
Yeah. Just wait there a minute.
Look, Golf, I can explain. You prat. I know it looks bad. Handling an illegal immigrant? You must be out of your tree.
It was the only way I could crack the Roys.
You could have handed him over to immigration. Then they could have done the Roys for harbouring an illegal.
Yeah, and they would have got a really nasty slap on the wrist. The Roys could have paid that fine out of petty cash.
No wonder you were so backward in coming forward in front of Meadows.
Look, I did have a legit informant. It's just that he got rumbled.
Disciplinary committees have guts for garters over recruitments like that.
I needed to get someone. He was the only one I could get.
You've put us in a very compromising position.
Have you got any idea how difficult it is to get someone on the inside of their operation? It took me 2 years to dig out the last snout. And what did they do? They broke his legs.
All right, John. But you just remember this. You never told me he was an illegal immigrant.
All right. You won't regret it. Look, Giles, there's got to be something you can tell us, something you've seen, something you've heard.
I keep telling you, I don't know anything about these robberies.
You're not pulling your weight, Josh. Now, why should Sergeant Boulton stick his neck out to allow you to stay in this country if you're not giving him any help in exchange?
I am.
You listen. From now on, it's not the Roys you've got to worry about upsetting.
This man. Malik, you said? I think he comes to the house sometimes.
Where is he?
What is going on? Who are you people?
Police, I'm DS Boulton. This is DCI Burnside.
Come here, you!
I take it you are Moaz Malik.
Let me go! I'm arresting you for theft. You do not have to say anything, but it may harm your defence if you do not mention, when questioned, something which you later rely on in court. Anything you do say may be given in evidence.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, for a start, you can tell us about some of your staff. My colleague tells me none of them can speak English.
I want a solicitor.
Oh, that's great news. Immigration's not going to be here for another couple of hours.
We can't keep them banged up forward to herself for much longer. I've farmed some of them out to Stafford Row and Barton Street.
All right, well, Scott will pick out all the faces off a security video. Now, I want them to stay here while we take Malik back to his house for a search.
Right.
Here you got a result, John.
Yes, Gov. Anonymous tip-off.
Really?
Well, Jack, doing things your way. Good. Connecting up all the little links in the chain. Should have the Roys and the relics by the end of the day. And your medals. What's the matter with him?
I'm now showing Mr. Malik Exhibit JB9, which is an India General Service Medal, Waziristan Campaign, 1921 to 1924. Where did you come across this item, Mr. Malik? This, together with other medals, was reported stolen early this morning in an aggravated burglary. So how do you explain its presence today in your home? Who instructed you to rob Mr. Knowles and Canley Park House? Was it the Roys?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, come on, Malik. It's every man for himself time. No point in protecting them now.
I said I don't know what you're talking about.
Thank you.
He isn't going to grass up the Roys, is he?
He will if we squeeze hard enough. Our problem is time. His stalling might give them enough to go and move those antiques someplace else. Do you really want to see the Roys doing the lap of honour? We need Jayesh again.
But I've already given you Malik.
It's not enough.
We need to know where the goods have been kept.
I don't know that.
You're going to have to find out.
I can't. You don't understand what it's like in the house now. They're very angry about what's happened. Asking questions. It's all a mess.
Look, if they're so worried about Malik squealing on them, they got no choice but to move the gear. And if we could catch them at it...
Jayesh, we need you to find out where the gear is and when the Roys are going to go for it.
But, Sergeant, they are suspicious. They know something is wrong. I don't want to go back to the house.
You're going to have to.
It's not possible.
Jayesh, do you want to stay in this country or not?
If I do this, then I'll get the British passport you promised me?
Yeah, of course you will. You just give us the Roys, and you get your passport. Simple trade.
All units, we have eyeball contact. Target vehicle has arrived.
They've gone into the warehouse now, Governor.
All units, go, go.
What's the matter?
Damn it! Love the way you done the place.
Oh, no. This is a mistake.
Where's your brother? We got all the bodies. Is Atoll Roy here?
Scott?
Ray, go and check the car.
Yes, Gov.
I'm arresting you for theft. You do not have to say anything, but it may harm your defence if you do not mention when questioned something which you later rely on in court. Anything you do say may be given in evidence.
Tell him.
Go.
That was Scott. Atol's at home playing happy families, but we've got a problem. Jayesh has gone missing. There's no sign of him. I hope you got here on time.
We hit the place just when you said, Sarge. The boy wasn't here.
Where's Atoll?
Through there.
Sergeant Boulton, I hope you come here to apologise. Your people have caused a lot of trouble here. My guest...
All right, Atoll. Where is he?
Who? My brother?
You're in big trouble, is it? You just don't make things any worse for yourself. Now, where's the kid?
What kid? The only children here are my sons.
I'm warning you. If Jayesh gets hurt in any...
Then it would be no fault of mine. Especially as I don't know the boy.
Kidnapping a child is a very serious offence in this country. You let him go. Right now.
Maybe Jayesh has done a runner.
Why would he do that?
He's an illegal immigrant, John. It's second nature to him.
We had a plan.
He's a bright kid. He's been brought from the other side of the world to pass other people's exams for them. I don't think it's going to take him too long to figure out that you were going to double-cross him. And let's face it, that is what you were going to do, isn't it? Get him safely into custody, then hand him straight over to immigration. Jayesh smells a rat. Doesn't want you after him. So he hands you the Roys as a going-away present.
I don't know about that, Gov. You know what the Roys are like to people who grass them up. If they find out that it was Jayesh, they're going to skin him alive. I think we should check out the Roys' other properties, find out if they've got him holed up somewhere.
Now, you listen. If we start a full-scale search for that kid, people like Jack Meadows are going to want to know a lot more about him. Now, do you really want your governor knowing that you've been running a 15-year-old illegal immigrant as an informant? He's gone into hiding, John. Leave him. The last thing we want right now is Atoll finding him, right?
Right.
After I talked to you this morning, I received a telephone call from Mr. Malik.
When exactly was this?
Oh, maybe 2 or 3 hours ago. He wanted to pay off the rent arrears on Laundry Lane.
But he'd already done a runner from the house. Why on earth would he want to pay you money when he didn't have to?
My family is very much respected in the community. And I suppose Malik didn't want any bestie, humiliation in public. So he arranged for us to meet at his warehouse to pay debts owed.
So you just went there to collect?
Yes.
But you knew we were after Malik. Why didn't you tell us?
Oh, I fully intended to. But then I thought I'd get the rent money first. It was a silly mistake. I know that now.
You didn't go alone, though, did you? You took 3 business associates with you.
Yes. Old friends from Canada and Singapore. I've been showing them around Sun Hill all day.
Oh, I see. So you just took them along for the ride, did you?
That's correct. We arrived at the warehouse. Malik wasn't there. It was empty, apart from a few boxes. And then I saw the museum items. I couldn't believe it. I knew then you were right about Malik. He's a pakachor, a total thief. I was just about to call you when your officers came running in.
You really expect us to believe all this?
It's the truth.
Malik works for you, doesn't he?
No.
You and he conspired to steal Raj artifacts, didn't you?
Again, that Raj nonsense.
You had a shopping list and he was pushing the trolley, right?
No.
Oh, come off it. Harry Knowles' Empire medals and a few odd baubles from Canley Park House. Who else is going to be interested in bent gear like that?
Not me.
What about your 3 pals?
Amit, we know you were doing a deal with them.
How do you know? Who's been telling you these lies?
It'd be very hard for them to prove it.
For the benefit of the tape, Mr. Roy is now speaking to his solicitor.
Malik called me and asked me to go to the warehouse. That's why I was there. If you ask Malik, he will tell you it's the truth.
Smarmy git.
He's going to get Malik to fall on the sword for him, Gov. A full confession to put Amit in the clear.
Yeah, that's why we're not going to re-interview Malik until we absolutely have to.
Scott, Roy's in reception. I'd like to speak to you, Sarge.
Delaying tactics. Go and see what he wants, John. Meanwhile, Scott and I will crack on with the first of Amit's pen pals.
What is he referring to you?
Yeah.
I came to inquire after my brother and guests.
Got you sweating, have we, Atul?
Look, this has all been an unfortunate misunderstanding, Sergeant.
You're not squirming out of it this time. Jayesh gave me enough.
Jayesh?
Oh, I see. So Tweedledee and Tweedledum out there got good maths A-level results on their own, did they? We know all about the scam. Jayesh impersonates them both at maths and physics. They get good grades. So even though they're both thick as two short planks, they're both going to university.
If you suspected that this Jayesh was involved in such fraud, why didn't you act? Make arrests? I understand from the solicitors that you can hold my brother and the others for 24 hours before having to bring charges.
Yeah, and that's plenty of time to break them down.
That is most inconvenient. Amit's daughter is getting married tomorrow. He has gone to great expense hiring the marquee, the coaches, airfares. Now, how will it look to the public if the father isn't there?
Frankly, Atul, I couldn't care less.
Well, you should, Sergeant. It would truly be a most unfortunate thing. And not just for Amit.
But what if he's serious? What if Jayesh ends up face down in a street somewhere?
John, you haven't got one shred of evidence that Atol's even got that kid. Now, are you really going to roll over on just his say-so?
It's not what he's saying, it's the way he's saying it. You know how the Roys operate.
No proof, and not one outright threat. Hardly the kind of bluff to throw a wobbler over, John. Listen, he's using Jayesh as a lever. Thanks to you, he knows we haven't got the kid stashed. He's playing mind games.
We are skating on really thin ice here, Gov.
We are near to breaking the Roys, John. Why else do you think Atol's feeding you all that pony about kidnapping? He's panicking. It's the Roys who are facing a deadline. That first buyer I just interviewed, he's not the close family friend Amit made out. None of those three at the warehouse are going to stay tight-lipped if we keep up the pressure. It's just a question of holding your nerve. Now, are we sorted?
Yeah, all right.
Good boy. Go and see Ray. See if he's found out who owns that warehouse. I want you to follow Atul Roy. I want to know where he goes and who he sees. Turns out they're not the close family friends you claim. They're business acquaintances.
They are both.
So you mix business with pleasure?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Inviting international buyers to a wedding and then getting them to bid for stolen antiques.
That is not true. You searched them. Did you find any briefcases full of cash?
A gentleman's agreement. Goods on credit.
That's total nonsense.
They are in town for your daughter's wedding. Quite a bash from what I've seen. A lot of important people. Maybe these were gifts. Tokens of esteem. I mean, what else would impress successful Asian businessmen? Something money couldn't buy?
I told you I went to see Malik. I'm not a thief.
Maybe you really believe that. I mean, that Maharaja's throne. Ranjit Singh. Lion of the Punjab. I mean, the Bubbles want the Elgin marbles back. Maybe you think you've got the same cultural claim. Maybe you think this is not stealing, just retrieving relics, right? For the benefit of the tape, Mr. Roy is now conferring with his solicitor.
You can't prove anything beyond a reasonable doubt. Have you ever heard of Kipling?
I know he makes exceedingly good cakes.
An Englishman who learnt a few things from Indians. If you can keep your head when all those around you are losing theirs...
Yeah, I think you're missing the point here. You see, my colleague has ascertained that the building where these goods were housed is in your name, Amit.
The warehouse should have taught you that my brother and I are never together in the same place at the same time.
Well, I'm sure that's a really big comfort to Amit in his cell.
He did a lot of boasting. He was under pressure to deliver in time for the wedding. Now he has paid the price for his pride. Won't repeat the mistake. Are you sure?
What you want, Atul?
I want my brother and his guests to be released without charge in 2 hours.
It's not possible.
I want them all to walk free.
They were caught red-handed.
You only have circumstantial evidence against them. If you accept Malik's confession, he will make a full statement of guilt.
And if I refuse?
Then Malik will still confess, and I will hire better solicitors. It will take longer and be a bit more embarrassing, but Amit will not go to prison, and Jayesh will not be set free.
How do I know you'll let the boy go?
Oh, there's nothing personal, Sergeant. It's all business. I promise you, Jayesh will be set free. I will take you to see him this evening. Agreed?
I want to talk to him.
Not until the deal is done.
What's your game, John?
We've got to do a deal, Gov. Atul's got Jayesh. He wants a trade. The kid for his brother and the 3 buyers. Then Malik's going to cop a guilty plea to all the thefts.
No, we don't do deals.
I don't like it, but if we ignore him, Jayesh is going to get hurt. He might even kill him.
Look, even if Atul has grabbed the kid, he's not going to let him go. I mean, for a start, he'd be laying himself open to a kidnap charge. Apart from all the other things Jayesh might tell us, he can't afford to turn him over to us.
You're not listening to me.
We have got the Roys under the cosh. Amit is already pointing the finger at his brother, trying to save his own neck. And now Atul's trying to pull strokes. They're desperate.
Yeah, and what happens if Jayesh ends up in a gutter somewhere? It's not going to take Meadows long to twig my involvement.
It's a bluff. Now you go back to Atul and front it out. The balance of terror. Tell him if anything happens to that boy, Crymocky will have him.
You don't give a damn about this kid, do you?
I don't care what you think of me. But I am this close to nailing those slags, and I'm not having you piss on my parade.
As soon as you can, yeah. So what are you saying, John? That this child's in danger because of your investigation?
His name's Jayesh, and I think he must be an illegal immigrant. That's the only way Atul would think he'd possibly get away with an abduction.
I don't understand this.
I've had an informant on the Roys.
This is the guy who's been giving you all the anonymous tip-offs lately.
Yeah, he's been wanting the Roys off his back for years, but he's always been too frightened to come forward officially.
So what's the connection between him and this illegal immigrant, John?
The boy is his nephew.
Go on.
Now, I've been working on this informant now for months. I've been trying to gain his trust. I've been trying to persuade him to sign up officially. But the thing is, we needed information really fast.
We?
No, I needed information really fast, so I asked him to do some digging on the Roys.
And Atul got wind of it?
Yeah. He went after him about an hour ago, but when he got to the shop, the only one he could pull was the kid.
Jayesh?
Yeah.
Listen, Jack, I haven't got time for this. What's going on?
Well, you tell me.
What's he said?
I've told him that my informer's gone to ground because Atul has abducted his nephew, Jayesh, in revenge.
You what?
It's a right mess. We've got an unofficial informant and an illegal immigrant kid.
Yeah, well, I don't know what you're on about.
Do you reckon that Atul's serious about hurting this boy?
My informant seems to think so. He's not prepared to show his face in Sun Hill ever again. And the Roys have got a reputation when it comes to retribution on relatives.
Has he made any threats?
Atul's intimated a deal, Gov. Jayesh's freedom in exchange for Amit and the 3 mates.
Now, you listen. Amit is just about to drop his brother in it. And as for Atul, we've got him being watched, so if he makes a move, we'll know.
We can't just gamble that this boy will muddle his way out of it.
They're bluffing.
Can we take that risk?
Immigrant or not, Frank, a child's life is on the line, and we've got to help him.
No. I am not cutting Amit and those other 3 loose.
Give us a minute, will you, John? A defence could argue that this snout was coerced into setting Amit up with the threat of an investigation into his nephew's immigration status.
That's blackmail.
With Boulton's history with the Roys, they could contend a conspiracy to pervert the course of justice. But you're the real reason that this boy's in trouble, and I shall make sure that any inquiry knows that.
What?
You pressured John Boulton into using an informant who wasn't ready.
I didn't tell John Boulton to do anything. He used his own judgment.
Yeah, with a nod and a wink from you. You used him.
He got carried away. Maybe he wanted to impress me.
It's all red mist with Boulton when it comes to the brothers. And you never tried to stop him, did you?
He's a big boy. If he falls down and cuts his knee, it's not my job to kiss it better, right?
Is this the way you back up your troops these days, Frank?
You lost your bottle, John. You know the real reason you haven't been able to nail the Roys up until now? It's because you haven't quite got what it takes. And they know it. They'll always see you coming.
Suspect vehicle is now parked outside King Cobra Computers on Backhouse Lane.
Well, it looks like the Roys have stopped going round the houses.
I wouldn't count your tandoori chickens just yet, Jack.
All units stand by. Nobody move until Boulton comes out of the shop with the boy.
All right. Where's Jayesh? What's this?
Internet video cam. You know, nowadays there's even a website where pregnant women give birth, live on air.
Don't mess me about. Where is he?
Jayesh is alive and well. You can talk to him, just as I said.
Where is he?
Germany. In a few days he'll be back in India. Then you can call him as much as you like, or pay for his airfare back. I couldn't release him here, Sergeant. He is an illegal immigrant after all.
DCI Burnside gone?
I didn't see him, Gov.
What, coming or going? Frank Burnside likes to walk on the wild side. But whatever he reckons, you made the right call, guaranteeing that boy's safety.
Yeah, but the Roys walked.
Yeah, this time, but there'll be another. Meanwhile, we've recovered all the stolen goods. Suspects are in custody. And the Roy's associates will think twice about doing business with the brothers. Could have been worse.
Yes, Gov. A whole lot worse.